So again, starting, if you feel your body, you want to make sure your hips are above your knees. You stretch right above your knees, and then you're really stretching forward through the fingertips. Feel the length underneath the armpits. Hi, Heather. You got enough space here? It's cool. This is just a Zoom camera, you guys, so it's not on any of you. Don't worry about it. It's for those who are at home. You still want to practice with us. Cool. So we're starting in the puppy pose. Heather. It's like a child's pose, but you just come forward more. Your hips go above your knees, and the fingertips stretch forward. And we'll be holding poses in this practice for a while. So get used to the idea of becoming still. Get used to the idea of allowing the body to stretch and open and to just breathe. Begin to notice yourself. Notice your breath. You know that for the next hour and a bit while you're on the mat, the outside world will keep spinning. So any thoughts of the future or of the past, just allow them to fade away. That's what she's doing. And after about a minute or so in each pose, the body begins to get used to where you are. So maybe you can walk the fingertips forward a little bit more. Notice the space underneath your armpits. Allow your breath to be soft, easy, and deep. Cool. If you want, Fiona, you can make your mat up lengthwise. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We'll be in this pose for about another minute or so. So this is the puppy pose, Fiona. So you start on all fours, and then just walk your hands forward and bring your forehead to the mat first, and then maybe eventually your chest and your chin come down. Yeah, good. Breathing. So while we're here breathing, just a few things about the yin practice. There's a few things we try to do here. The first one is to stay in the pose for the whole time. So if you need to come out, you can come out, but do your best, set the intention that once you enter a pose, you'll stay for the entire time. And the second one is to relax all the muscles. So unlike in like a flow class or a hatha class where we're engaging the muscles in the body, in the yin practice, we try to relax everything. So as you breathe here, relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax the arms, relax the belly. All the muscles throughout the joints we're working on, allow them to release. So time in the pose, relaxation of the muscles, and the third thing is called pushing your edge. So as we stay in these poses, notice yourself. Notice when you can stretch a little deeper, and we're gently, 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 just slowly opening the body deeper and deeper as the longer we hold. Take another deep breath in here, and a full breath out. Now pick up your head and look forward. Come onto your belly. Good. Working the spine a little bit more. Now we'll do the Sphinx pose or the seal pose. So start with your elbows underneath your shoulders, your forearms like the number 11. Your legs, your feet are relaxed. Try to bring your feet together as much as you can. Okay. Hi. You guys need to come from the other door, please. Are you finished with the class? We'll start with the please. Okay, come in. So from here to deepen the pose, the elbows are underneath the shoulders. You want to create like a suspension bridge in the low spine. So feel like your vertebrae are sinking down towards the ground. If you'd like to deepen this pose, thank you, Jason. If you'd like to go a little deeper here, you can bring your hands out to the side, push into the hands, and then start to lift up. We're still relaxing the belly, letting the navel hang towards the ground. And the shoulders might come up to the ears, maybe you bring them down a little bit. We'll be here for about another 2 or 3 minutes. So from here, you can even bring your hands back more, just noticing your spine. You don't have to do this one with the arms straight. If you'd like to stay on your elbows, you're more than welcome to. If you have a block, you can place the block underneath your elbows. Kind of take weight off the arms, you can also be right here. And then just relaxing all the muscles in the belly, letting the vertebrae hang down like they might touch the ground. Like the Golden Gate Bridge, maybe, you know those suspension bridges? Think like your spine's just like that. Come on in, my dear, you can be right here. Okay. This is a yin practice. Right now we're in either the Sphinx or the Seal. So taking your time getting into this line. Maybe starting on the belly with the elbows under the shoulders. Starting to open up the low spine. And the feet are nice and relaxed. Good. Breathing. About another minute to go. So maybe if you're already up here and you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your hands closer to your waist. Eventually the shoulders are over the wrists and the belly is completely relaxed. Give yourself space, no pain, no strain, just opening, deepening. Feeling the spine. A little bit of healthy compression in the low back is a good thing. Numbness, tingling, shooting pain is not a good thing. Concentrate on your breath. About 30 more seconds to go. Last big breath in. And then exhale, release, go down to your belly. Bring the left arm out to the side, either like a cactus or a T. And then roll over. So you're going to stretch through the chest. Put your right hand down, push into it, stack your shoulders. So you want your arm perpendicular to your spine. And then rolling over to your degree. Your palm is down flat. So make your arm like a T. There you go. Just to your degree. Take it at your pace. Let your head rest on the ground. Opening up through the front of the chest. Breathing here. Notice yourself. If you'd like to take the right hand behind you, you can wrap it. You can tuck the fingers underneath the waist. Feeling the right shoulder back. Good. Now let's come back to the middle. Back to the belly, and then we'll go directly to the other side, bringing the right arm out like a cactus or a T, so the arm is perpendicular to the spine, and then gently roll over to the other side, feel the stretch in the chest, opening up. Deep breaths here. Relax all the muscles in the chest and the shoulders. that, you can take your left arm behind you. Maybe tuck the fingertips underneath the waist. Opening up to the front of the chest. You can close your eyes. Good, now come back to center slowly. Put your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and then push yourself back. Coming up to sit on the heels. Now we'll do toe magic. It's a stretch for the bottom of the feet. We won't be in it for very long. I'll show you here. So from your hands and knees, bring your knees close together. Maybe they touch. Tuck your toes. And then start to push your heels back, hips back towards your heels. Feel the stretch in the bottom of the feet. From here, you can come up, sit on your heels, or not. Okay, too much, stay down here and push. Feel the intense stretch underneath the bottom of the feet. We won't be here for very long. This is a great stretch for the feet. It starts in the feet, so when you have stiffness and instability in the feet, it translates to the ankles, the knees, the hips, everything gets affected. And also, if this gets tight, then we can develop plantar fasciitis. So this is a beautiful stretch for all the tendons, the ligaments underneath the bottom of the feet. You want to stretch the shoulders, reach your arms up. Take the left arm across your chest, wrap your right arm underneath. Now stretch through your fingertips as you pull with the right hand. Now flip your thumb down. Feel a different stretch through the shoulders, pull harder. Inhale, both arms out. Exhale, right arm crosses over. Grab your left arm underneath and pull. Drop the right shoulder down and squeeze underneath your armpit. Breathing deeply. Now turn the thumb down. Stretch through your fingertips more. Last breath. Then inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, put both hands down. Take your feet. Tap the lower down. Good. Now from here, we'll go into the swan pose. This looks like pigeon in the hatha, but it's not pigeon because we're not activating muscles. So let's bring the left knee behind the left wrist. And then scoot the left heel in front of the right hip. And then inchworm your right toes back, back, back. Once you get back as far as you can go, drop your hip onto the ground. And then stay up here. Breathing, pushing into the fingertips. You see me on my phone, it's my timer. So since we're holding poses for a long time, we use the timer here so that we know that we're holding pose for the same time on each side. We will fold after a little bit. So try to stay up here. Jason's got a block underneath his hip. That's a really good modification, or use the block if you feel good doing that. You can place a block or a towel underneath your hip. Now pushing into the fingertips lightly, lift the chest, and let the left hip be heavy. Concentrate on the right toes, relax the right toes, the ankle, the right hip. Now take a big breath in, and exhale, sink down, belly, chest, forehead. You can place your elbows on the ground, maybe try to rest your forehead on something. So if you have a block, you can place a block here. You can stack your hands one on top of the other. You just lay your forehead up. Breathe. Just notice everything. Your attention is like a scanning light, so bringing your attention to the hips right now. Notice any areas that are pulling, that are stretching. And as you breathe, breathe into those places. Find a place where your body can be still. No pain, no strain in the knee. If you feel pain or strain, please let me know. I can come and help you. As you watch yourself in this practice, notice what happens to you. When you become still, and notice what happens to you if your body's a little uncomfortable. Human nature, once we feel uncomfortable, we want to get out of the discomfort. It's just natural. The Yin teaches us how to stay and be still, even if the body might be a little bit uncomfortable. Cultivate that patience with yourself. Remembering that all discomfort is temporary. No matter how long it lasts, it will end. Now that you've been in the pose for a little while, maybe you find a way to make it deeper. Maybe you stretch those right toes back a little more. Maybe you take a big breath in and let yourself sink a little lower. Find space in every inhale, depth in every exhale. Less than a minute to go here. Deepen the breath a little bit more, sink in a little deeper. Last deep breath in, deep breath out. And you slowly come up, bring your hands under your shoulder, bring your back knee forward, and then kick your left leg up and back, stretch it back, in all fours, just opening up that leg. You maybe bend the knee, and take some gentle circles with your hip, allowing the hip joint to move, to mobilize. And then take the left foot and step it and put it where the left hand is, going to the dragon. So this is a low lunge. You want your knee stacked above your ankle, come up on your fingertips, or bring your hands to your thigh. Yeah, you can start with my hand thigh. And then from here, squeeze the thighs, lift up, and then sink forward. Let your hips come forward. You can let your knee come forward past your heel as long as it doesn't hurt your knee. I will stay here for a long time. So you can stay here. You can bring your hands down and come on your fingertips. If you have blocks, it's an excellent place to put your blocks underneath your hands. Eventually, the body comes down. The elbows come down. The chest comes down towards the ground. Breathing. We'll be here for a while. Remembering the principles of Yin, you don't have to go to your deepest stretch right away. Actually, it's probably a little bit more therapeutic not to go to your deepest stretch right away, to allow your body to gently get used to the pose. So maybe you stay up for a minute with your hands on the thigh, and then maybe you slowly work yourself in. Find one that you can hold for at least 3 more minutes. Notice what the mind does. Notice what the body does. And if you are noticing what the mind and the body do, then you must not be the mind or the body. So separating yourself from those things. Separating from the emotions, just Noticing everything like you're watching the river flow by. Allow yourself to be still as you possibly can. And just breathe. What's hurting your knee? What part? My knee. I usually have two pads. Do you want to double up the mat, or do you want me to bring you a towel? Towel, okay. Okay. Let me go find a towel for you. We don't rent those out because of COVID, but I do have some extra ones in the back. In case. And if you come forward, so you're not necessarily on the kneecap, you're more on the thigh. Maybe you can place a little bit back in the feet, right? And this is where it gets interesting, especially in these poses that are not necessarily too fun to hold for a long time. Watch yourself. The time is, it's not a very long time, really, if you look at it, in the grand scheme of things. There's only about a minute left to go. And with a minute left to go, maybe you walk the back toes back a little more. Maybe let the chest really melt down, face the ground. Go to your depth. Beautiful breath, everybody. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then that inhaling, come up slowly. And then exhale, take your left leg back, step it back. Taking circles with the hip or whatever you need. And then bring it down. Good, let's come onto the seat now. Sitting down. Bring your right leg straight out in front of you and bring your left foot into your hip back. So starting with this half butterfly pose, your heel doesn't have to be right up in your groin. That's pretty advanced as far as flexibility. So if you want to, your foot can be even up close to your knee. If you have a block, you can place your block underneath your foot if you like. This makes it deeper. So you can place your block underneath your foot here, or you can cross your ankle over your thigh. That feels good. So any one of those variations. And then we're just going to fold forward straight over the right leg. Moving the hip in all directions here. No pain, no strain. Remember the principles at the end. You want to try to keep all the muscles relaxed. So some of you have straps and towels. That's totally cool if you want to use that to help pull yourself in. But just remember, as you're pulling with your upper body, the lower body is turning into jello. Muscles sliding off the bones. Feel the left knee dropping down towards the ground. Let the upper body be heavy, heavy, heavy. No pain, no strain in the knee. If you can rest your head on something, rest it on something. You can stack your wrists. You can place your elbow on your thigh, your hand in your head in your hand. And when you allow the head to be heavy, relax the back of the neck. Notice what happens to your body after you've been in the pose for a while. Holding for a long time creates a different effect on the body and the nervous system. Feel everything in the hips, the low back, releasing, relaxing. About a minute to go. Maybe take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and sink just a little deeper. Last deep breath in, deep breath out. And then inhale, slowly come up. And then exhale, releasing the legs, bring your feet wide now, hands behind you. Let your knees fall to one side and then the other. Slowly, gently, allowing your hip to release here. Cool, let's go to the other side. So coming forward, go to all fours, and we'll do the pigeon first, or the swan. So starting here in all fours, bring the right knee behind the right wrist, right heel in front of the left hip, and then inchworm your left toes back as far as you can. From here, coming up on the fingertips, and then letting the right hip fall down to the ground. You can see kind of that side, start to relax your hip. Stay up here on the fingertips. Feeling the spine opening, chest lifting, and let the right hip be heavy. Hold here, breathe here for a little while. Feel the weight of your body sinking onto the right hip. No pain, no strain in the knees. I take a big breath in, let the heart walk higher. And then exhale, belly first, chest and forehead go down. Breathing here now. Let yourself completely release over your right leg. Try to let your forehead rest on something, whether it's a block or your hand or the ground. Notice yourself. And every exhale, let yourself get in heavier and heavier and heavier. Notice every single muscle fiber, piece of tissue in your hip. Allow it all to release. Maybe go a little bit deeper, maybe lift, take a big breath in. And then exhale, go a little bit deeper. Long, deep breath. Notice the layers of surrender that happen when you learn how to stay where you are. Last deep breath in, deep breath out. And slowly coming up. Put your hands under your shoulders, move your back knee forward, lift your right leg up. Bending the knee, extend the leg, and then take it in some nice, easy, big circles with the knee. Noticing your hip, allowing you to slowly move. Good. Now we'll do the dragon. So bring the right foot where the right hand is. Come on. And notice how make your spine long. Place your hand on your thigh. And then bring your hips forward so that you rock forward. You're not on your kneecap. Knee comes forward. Stay here. Or drop the fingertips to blocks or on the ground. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you rock forearms to come down the inside of the leg. Breathing. You can allow yourself to take some time. Maybe you stay here for 10, 20 breaths. You've got some time in this pose, so allow yourself that space. Don't have to go deep right away. Just try to stay wherever you are. It may seem like an eternity sometimes in these poses. And that's the cool part about it. Because life is like that. Things happen sometimes that make us feel uncomfortable, that make us feel stressed, that make us feel like we want to get out of whatever situation we're in. And just like in the end, the teacher has the timer and we're not sure when things will end. So we must teach ourselves to be patient. We must teach ourselves to breathe. We live in a world that is driven by the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight all the time. Things pulling at us, things trying to distract us, things getting our attention, things to do all the time. This continually activates our fight or flight nervous system. It creates a baseline level of stress for many of us. Through this practice, you can learn to activate the other one, the rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system. Learning how to stay still, learning how to breathe, learn to calm and soothe yourself. Learn to stay. And the more we practice these things on the mat, the more it slowly, like magically, begins to leak into the life off the mat. So maybe the next time something that comes up that causes you to have that feeling in your belly, where your heart rate goes up, where you get sweaty and clammy, maybe you can remember what happens on the mat. Remember that there's a space between every breath. Remember that beneath all the thoughts, all the emotions, there's a stillness that exists all the time. Good. Slowly softening, deepening just a little bit more. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax everything. Less than a minute to go. breath in, deep breath out. Nice, hands go down, extend the right leg back, take in a few circles if you need, whatever movements you need. And then coming onto the seat bone, extending the left leg out in front for the half butterfly pose or any variation of that one. So this is the one where the foot comes into the inner thigh, the right foot. You can stay here, your foot can be far away from you or close. If you'd like to cross your ankle over your thigh, you can do that one. Or if you have a block, maybe placing the foot on the block. Now fully straight forward over the left leg, just drape your body down. And begin to breathe. And it's okay to pull with the hands if you need to. But as you pull with your hands, relax your lower body. From the waist down, everything is melting. You can rest your head on something, even if it's just the palm of your hand. Allow yourself that. Feel the right knee sinking down towards the ground. Feel the low back. Feel the hip. Many times we end up fighting our body in yoga and not in yoga, but especially in yoga, sometimes we end up fighting our own body, trying to make it do something, trying to put it into a certain shape, trying to ease discomfort, trying to make something happen. Allow things to just be as they are. No need to push, no need to worry. Just be in the pose and allow your breath to help you stay there. And bend the pose for a little while. Maybe you can take it a little deeper. Chest going down closer to the thigh, back of the neck, the jaw releasing. Less than a minute to go. Deepen the breath, deepen the relaxation, surrender, allow. Last deep breath in, full breath out. And releasing from all the way up. Next, bring both feet out in front, now bend your knees. Continue to side to side. Let your low back release. Now we'll do the shoelace. Both hips now. So this one, show you a couple of options, everybody. If you have a block, you might want to have it handy. What you want to do is start on all fours. So cross the left leg over the right leg. Line up your knees and then bring your feet apart from each other. And then we'll sit down. So you might be sitting kind of on your heel. If your seat bones don't come to the ground, you can sit on your block like this. okay? If you be coming to this class a lot, try to bring a block, it will help you. Cool, and then Jason's got the half shoelace right there. So if this is just not happening, it's gonna be way too much. You can straighten your right leg, either sitting on a block or not, like this. You're still crossing the top leg over, your left heel is coming back towards your hip. Yeah, and then you're folding forward. Okay. So we'll stay, let the hips marinate. And again, your knees don't have to be completely stacked and your hips don't have to be completely level on the ground. Just try to bring both of your feet out to the side so you're not sitting on your feet. It's okay if you are, as long as your knees are not hurting. The longer you stay in this pose, the more your hips will open. And we'll just breathe. Take yourself forward. If you're open in the shoulders, or you're not open and you want to stretch your shoulders, you can bring your left hand up, grab your towel or your shirt or your sports bra, and then bring your right hand behind you, grab your pants or your shirt or your sports bra, and fold forward. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's an option to open up shoulders at the same time. Make sure you can relax your hips. So if opening the shoulders is causing you to tense up through the hip and the low back, just release your arms and let yourself drape over your legs. All the poses that we've done today really work on the part of the hip that causes a lot of problems for a lot of people. It's the piriformis and the deep external rotators of the hip. So when those get tight, they cause compression on the sciatic nerve and they pull on the lower back. So stretching through all those muscles really helps with comfort in our day-to-day life, especially if we spend a lot of time sitting in chairs. Notice yourself, find some patience with your body. Maybe go a little bit deeper, maybe bring your feet a little further apart from each other. Whatever you can do to create a little bit more space in those hips. Every cell in your body has a mind. It will listen to you. Imagine a rapid amount of healing is taking place in every cell of your body right at this moment. Notice any emotions that come up, just notice. Last breath in, last breath out. Slowly come up and forward into all fours. Unwind your legs. And let yourself push back into child's pose. Let your hips sink back to your heels. Stretch your hands forward. Breathing. Release the lower back that was big and widen. Now to the other side, coming up into all fours. This time the right leg will be on top. crossing the right leg in front, stacking your knees. Bring your feet apart from each other so the toes are coming out towards the sides of your mat. So you're letting yourself come back to sit down, either on your block or on your heels. Maybe start with a block and take it out halfway through. Remember to allow yourself space and grace as you go into these poses. This is a very deep hip opener. So stay here or fold forward. Find your variation. If you did with a straight leg on the other side, do it here. You want to try to really keep your legs, body balanced. So when we're holding poses for a long time, make sure you do the same variation you did on the other side. Good. You took the shoulder opener. You can go ahead and get into that. The right arm comes up. Maybe grab the sports bra or the shirt or the towel, and then folding forward. Do the same thing you did on the other side. As time goes on, as you go deeper into the pose, the feet come wider apart, the hips sink back, and the knees become more stacked. Body stores things. Science is finally starting to catch up and prove things that yogis have known for a long time. Past experiences, emotions, traumas, they get stored in the connective tissue of the body. The hips in particular, I like the emotional drugstore of the body. It's really full of things you don't even know we have. Keys that don't fit in the doors. As you breathe, allow things to release. Leave your body. You don't need to carry all the things you carry. None of us do. Part of the human condition is to do that. It has to do with the mind and the emotions and the physical body. Learning to transcend that. Coming to the present moment, knowing that in the end, that's all that really matters. Where are you now? Are you here? Are you present? Are you breathing? In this very moment, you are perfect just the way you are. Taking a little deeper with every breath out. Less than a minute to go in this pose. See how much you can surrender. Last deep breath in, deep breath out. And slowly coming up. Unwind those legs, bring them out in front of you. Keep the knees side to side gently, allowing the hips to rotate. Now forward folding. Options with the legs, anything that feels good to you. Okay? So you can have the legs together, feet relaxed. You can do a butterfly forward fold here. Feet can be close or far away from you, or you can take your legs wide and fold forward. Any variation of the forward fold here. Allow your belly, your chest, your forehead to come close down to the ground. Do the one that feels the best, or do the one that's the hardest one for you to hold. Do the sink in here, relaxing, releasing, sweeting. Gravity to do all the work. Last minute in the fold. See if you can go a little deeper. Maybe inhale and bring the chest forward. And exhale, release a little more. Hold yourself into. Now inhale, slowly come up. Scoot to the top of your mat. Bring your arms in front of you. And slowly lay down all the way at your back. Happy baby, bend the knees. Grab the outside of your feet. Pull the knees towards the ground on either side of your ribs and push your tailbone into the earth. Then keep the left leg, let the right leg go, and then hug the left knee into the chest, grab your shin. Bring it up and around the rib cage, really squeeze here. And you can keep the knee bent or you can straighten it. Right hand on the knee or on the right foot, and then let your right leg go, left leg, I'm sorry, go all the way over to the right side of your body. So spinal twisting, you can keep your legs straight or you can bend your knee. And then let your left arm extend out to the side. Allow your shoulders to melt towards the earth. Good. Slowly coming back to the middle. Give the left leg a squeeze. And then bring the right leg in. Letting the left leg go. Bring the knee up towards the armpit. Squeeze it in tight. Hold the ankles and the knee. And then we're twisting. So grabbing the right knee with the left hand or the right foot with the left hand. Stack your hips. Take your leg over to the left side. And then let your shoulders melt. Let your lower back release and gaze over your hands. Long, deep. And let's come back to the middle now. Bring both knees into your chest. Hug yourself in. Take a few deep breaths here. Just pulling the legs into the body. Feeling the spine nice and long. Letting the tailbone push down towards the ground. Big breath in. And exhale, release everything. Go to Shavasana, arms and legs wide. Fingers and toes release. Close your eyes.
Gently place your hands over your heart center.
Take a big breath in and sigh it out through the mouth. Release everything. The very most important most of all, deep relaxation. Allow your fingers, your toes to relax. Feel the space behind the low back. Pelvis as we widen. Let your tongue fall off the roof of your mouth. Release the forehead, release the jaw, everything. Rest, deep, saturate your heart. Stay as long as you need to in Shavasana. And get out. Just remember, the only person who's ever going to be there for you for your entire existence on this planet is right there on your mat with you. Love yourself enough to release. Love yourself enough to allow this practice to be there with you when you leave. The sense of peace that you feel now doesn't have to leave you, it's always there. You leave everything. You have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your life. In my heart to yours, namaste. Take your time. Stay longer if you need to. Love you. One more time. One more. Perfect. Do you want to see a yoga drop-in today, or how do you? Yeah, a drop-in time. Okay. And what is your name? Whitney. Whitney? Yeah. I like the way it was all flaky. Yeah, mama, it was challenging. Yes, my teacher taught me the type of yin that is very therapeutic but not necessarily super comfortable. Yeah. So that's how I teach it, you know. But, I like that. So the drop-in's only is $9. Did you have a card saved on there that you want me to use? I don't know. Let me see if you have a card saved in your account. Yeah, so you can do a card or cash, whatever you like. Is that the same as this one? Mm-hmm. Yes, $9. Okay. You also have like $5 something. Is it $5 drop-in for your first time? Oh, it is my first time. Let me see. I don't know if you used it or not though. I think I did. Yeah, that's for your, that's the first time. Yeah. Yeah, you already, looks like you already used it. We still have the 11 day, there's an 11-day unlimited deal that's going on right now. So if you wanted 11 days of unlimited yoga, you could do that for only $11. Even if you come one more time in the next 11 days. Oh, 11 days on top of each other? Yeah. No, I like to do like every other day or. Oh, where's your country? So, card attention, when you're ready. Okay, good. I'll get my card in my, it's in my car. No worries, my dear.